play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
Ridiculous, take it now!
Come on, guys, you're embarrassing us.
Let's go! Defense!
We're at the 2-minute warning now from Raymond James. And it's the Saints with 1st and 10. And what's Ealing on the give? Headed right. Still has room inside the 15. And he's going to have this all the way down to the 4. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
Edwards Ealing will not get past the line. He's held up at 4.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line when the defense what?
He brings it in for a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints grow their lead just before halftime. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about... You see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Groupie's extra point is good. And the Saints make it a 10-point ball game. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. The Buccaneers and Bucky Irving ready for their next possession. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. The Saints calling for a timeout, their first. And they'll take this opportunity to discuss what's next over on their sideline. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Handoff headed right to Irving. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Baker now off the play fake. That pass complete to McMillan. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Running right, it's Irving. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. That play wrapped up by DeMario Davis. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Baker now. Evans, it's complete. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down. Straight ahead, it's Irving. Jukes one defender. Look at So close to the end zone, but with time winding down, they're going to try for the field goal. This is going to be a 31-yarder from the right hash. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7. So we're halfway through this final week of the regular season. Now we'll keep it in the state, but send you a couple hours away to our buddy in Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where it was the Lions who were able to come away with the home victory. Jahmyr Gibbs, what a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory. Both these teams ready for the fight ahead. We're ready to get back to it as well. And to do just that, we'll hand it back over to Kate and Brock. These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
All right, thank you, Coach. And we are back and about set to begin the second half. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The New Orleans offense ready to get to work to begin this third quarter. First and 10 now from the 30. They kick the running back in motion. Into the hands of Holker. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
The Buccaneers get there and bring him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense. It just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
And that will not be enough for a first down. This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Throwing his route. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play. Jarred loose, incomplete.
See the pass, time up your hip, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on to a well-placed hit like that one.
Takes it in at the 21. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The home teams back out on offense. They're running back headed out once again. They're out and set. First and 10. Going with Irving here. They're working a couple of yards past the line. Carl Granderson in on the tackle. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Make some plays out there, oh!
Once again, Irving. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
Let's get some yards, boys.
Here's Baker